Welcome to another edition of Go Sports. My name is Varney DeBartolo. For the first time in the history of the Canada Winter Games, our province of British Columbia will be host to the semi-annual event. Prince George was chosen as the host city of the 2015 Canada Winter Games, which alternates every other year between summer and winter. It's an event of Canada's premier developing young athletes, which included past athletes like hockey's Sidney Crosby, Steven Stamkos, and Hayley Wickenheiser, as well as basketball's Steve Nash, just to name a few. And here in Chilliwack, two members of Team BC will look to etch their names in the history of the Games. 17-year-old Tanner Scott and 15-year-old Ben Hagel will be entering their first competitive Canada Winter Games as members of Team BC. The squad includes a mix of both male and female athletes and will be coached by multiple Paralympic gold medalist Marnie Abbott-Peter. For Tanner and Ben, this is an experience they're both looking forward to.
When I was starting wheelchair basketball, I really looked up to my coach, Marnie Abbott-Peter, because she's like an 8-time gold medalist at the Paralympics, and it's really impressive because she has a similar disability to me. That's just good to see that I can achieve that goal as well.
For me, for having it the first time, like being even in Canadian Winter Games and having it hosted in my home province, it feels really good to have it like home turf. It makes just feel just that much more special to me, so I'm really looking forward to it.
Now, what's interesting about the sport of wheelchair basketball is that it was born from the idea to provide rehabilitation to soldiers in England who were wounded in World War II. It's been a part of the Canada Winter Games program since 1995, and it's played using standard rules of basketball, same heights for the net, same size basketballs, but with the exception of a few different classifications.
The game's played with a mandatory 5 players on the floor with 15 points or less. An able-bodied athlete is worth 4.5 points. And you go down in ranking from like 4.5 all the way down to a 0.
While Tanner is an able-bodied athlete, his teammate Ben is classified as a 2.5 player, bound to his chair full-time due to his spina bifida. The camaraderie between Tanner and Ben is second to none and surely will have a positive effect on the success of Team BC at the Winter Games. Having been teammates and friends for the last few years, both players have an extreme amount of adoration for one another.
He's a really cool guy. Like, it's really awesome to see how far he's come playing just by coming here, and that he's already on Team BC already. And that I've worked for 8 years to do that, and he did it in 2.
He's developed more from a role model to a teammate. I still have the high amount of respect as like a role model, but it's just really, really interesting to see that he's came up with me from like provincial and city league all the way up to here now. Overall, I have the highest amount of respect for him.
To watch both Tanner and Ben pursue their dream, they're both high-level athletes, and to be able to have the opportunity to try out for the team and then, of course, to make the team it's pretty special. We live in a world where those who are in wheelchairs expect the world to change for them with ramps and elevators and things like that, where this is a sport where the wheelies themselves have the opportunity to say to the world, we don't only want the world to change for us, we want the rest of the world to join our sport. And so the door swings both ways. It's a pretty neat community to be a part of.
The Games will commence February 13th and run through until March 1st in Prince George. At the Shiem Leisure Centre in Chilliwack, I'm Varney DeBartolo for Go Fraser Valley.